the Salvage Upcycle Show. I'm George Arvigas, your host. I'm here in New Bern, North Carolina at Black Owl Guitars.
I started building about 8 years ago. I started building instruments out of weird stuff.
It's a great way to reuse old material.
This, I can say, well, this is a floorboard, a pine floorboard, out of a house on Craven Street. It was just scrap, and then an old lunchbox. This is a license plate guitar. The fret markers are bullet casings out of the Croatan National Park. I said, Mark, I got this piece of driftwood and I want to put a humbucker in it. They're very unique in sound.
Each one has definitely its own personality sound.
So that one would work. I'm David English with Black Owl Guitars, and this is my buddy
Mark Schomaker, and I do the wiring for Dave's guitars.
I had seen an article in a magazine, and they were building like a toy thing with kite string, and I said, I wonder if they've done that with real guitar strings, and I found a whole history back to the 1700s of people building string instruments out of stuff.
So even though they're electrified, you know, and you're using those components, the material that, you know, the body of it still has an effect on how it sounds.
Oh, absolutely.
Every time, yeah. How deep it is, or
yeah.
So how do you know if one's going to work, like, before you get too far in the process?
Well,
this is the trick. Now, on a slide guitar, I don't worry about it too much. But when I get to a fretted guitar, now you're using recycled lumber, some out of, in fact, we've been messing with one today, and you're going to be involved in that here in a minute. But we pulled a piece of flooring out of an old building in New Bern and made the neck out of it. Now, oh, perfect. And it has there's a bow in the wood. And if we were to fret that, so now we have to worry about which way does it bow, how does it affect the action on the strings. And so lots of times, you can make all the measurements in all the world, and you can get a piece done and realize, I'm going to have to take it back apart and work out something, because it doesn't. Sometimes you don't know until the very end. You turn it in, you plug it in. It's just like with the electronics. Right. You plug them in, and if it works, you got it. If you just, for all general purpose, all the measurements, everything can be right, but there's still a little bit of the roll of the die. Now, we were going to get you involved.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so we're going to get you in here. So you're from Virginia.
I am from Virginia.
Sadly. I mean, so I had this Virginia license plate on hand. It's a 1956. You can see we already bent it and stuff, but you can feel the weight of it.
Yeah.
It's a heavier plate. The older plates sound better. And so when you take them, and I'll show you.
And somebody has signed
their name on there.
Someone signed it. Terry Place 202. Maybe it's their address?
I don't know. But if you take the old plates, they ring real nice. Yeah. They have a really nice kind of bell sound. New plates, they don't sound that way. They go clink, clink, clink.
All right. So I'm just going to hold.
Yeah, hold it up. Grab your pieces.
Yeah. So here's my raw materials.
So your raw materials.
This is a cigar box.
Correct.
Arturo Fuente.
Yes.
He's a nice guy.
He is. I know him.
And
you have a piece of an old house, a floorboard from an old house in New Bern downtown.
Awesome.
And then you have an old piece of, this is a piece of scrap black walnut that was pulled out of a trash can downtown.
So scrap woods, old cigar box.
And then and license plate.
And license plate.
And we have the making.
And new electronics.
And newly made electronics.
We pulled these out of your car. Sorry, you're going to have to put those back in on the way back.
Well, it's my wife's car. So.
Oh, okay.
It's just
you have a major decision to make, because we have these electronics.
Okay.
But to run the electronics, you have to pick out a volume knob out of these. So we're going to use a bottle cap.
Wow.
Anything you want. There's old Pepsi caps in there.
Yeah, oh my God. I don't know how I'm going to
There's actually, let's see.
Orange and blue.
Orange and blue.
Colors.
Perfect. Orange and blue, Victory. It's Victory, and it's V for Virginia as well.
Yeah.
Look at him go. He's a professional. Just tap it in there. And that should do it right there. And so now that's flattened out our cap a little bit.
Nice.
And there's our volume knob, and it's nice and solid in there.
Yep.
It even has some of the original paint
I
on
love
it, which
that
is kind of
part of
cool.
it, yeah.
And we try to leave little kind of details like that to make it, give it some of the history. We're gonna lay that on there like that.
Yep.
And
yeah, it fits perfect.
And that's your.
That's it.
That's it right
All
there.
right.
Well, there's a red house. That's where my baby.